I think you mentioned earlier sometime about that you had protein powder for when they were doing juicing.
Yes, so you'll see on the program there. So it's I'll put it here. So this is Monday. So on Monday, the 8 o'clock juice, you got a 10 o'clock juice, you got a 12, and you got a 2, and you got a 4. So green barley is served with the 8 juice, 12 juice and 4 juice on Monday, and then protein powder at these two. And because on Tuesday they go into the second stage of the liver detox, remember when we looked at the liver? So your 8 o'clock juice is protein, your 10 o'clock is green barley, 12 o'clock protein, 2 o'clock green barley, and 4 o'clock is protein. So the protein, let me give you the recipe for protein. So they each have about, it comes up to about half a cup. Half a cup of milk, so that milk is usually soy or almond. We find they're a little bit richer than the rice milk. Rice milk's a little bit thin. And then 1 teaspoon of protein powder. We use a pea protein powder, but you might be able to get hemp or brown rice or organic soy. And 1 teaspoon of coconut cream. And that makes it really creamy and nice. And then you might do 1 drop of stevia. And we do that because of the second stage of the liver detox, which we talked about in the liver lecture.
And the green barley, what's that?
Green barley, so that's the protein drink. And the green barley is 1 teaspoon of green barley powder. And we usually do half a teaspoon of vitamin C and 1 teaspoon of vitamin B. We have a liquid vitamin B that's B1, B2, B3, B6, B9, B12. And we mix that with lemon juice and water. So as you can imagine, when you've got 10 guests, you're making it all up at once in a blender. And when you've got 10 guests, we mix this all up in a jar. So that'd be 10 teaspoons of green barley, 5 teaspoons of that, 10 teaspoons of that. You might do the juice of a lemon and some water, and shake it up and then tip it into the glasses, yeah?
You mentioned earlier about vitamin C that it wasn't, or was a special type of vitamin C.
Yeah, it's not just ascorbic acid, so it's ascorbic acid with bioflavonoids. And because this is so well acknowledged today, you'll find many vitamin C powders state we have bioflavonoids. But there are some cheaper brands that'll just be ascorbic acid.
Sorry, how important was it to have the green barley? Like, if they have the juice, what's the thought behind it, rather than that it's healthy?
Yeah, the green barley is one of the best blood and tissue cleansers, and it's that chlorophyll. So because they're going through a detox, and because everything they're losing in the detox is acid, the green barley helps to alkalize, and it's one of the best blood and tissue cleansers. So it's just aiding in the detox. Yes?
I have seen also they are selling barley growing kits on the internet to grow themselves.
Yes, yes. We had, one of our workers was growing wheatgrass, but we found that it moulded so easy if they had a lot of rain. So, yeah, you've got to be very careful of quality control. when you're growing them. Yes?
I just wonder what hyperbaric is.
Oh, what's a hyperbaric chamber? I've rubbed it out. This first was discovered, I think it's probably about 50 years ago. Divers coming up too quick, deep sea divers, they would get the bends. And what happens is the nitrogen goes into little bubbles in the joints and causes great pain. So what they did was they developed the hyperbaric chambers, and the hyperbaric chamber is oxygen being pumped into the body under pressure. Because Henry Law states that under pressure, more gas goes into liquid. And the excess oxygen going in just causes the nitrogen to disperse. But then they discovered that the increase in oxygen, which the hyperbaric chamber causes, it induces rapid healing in wounds that are a little bit stubborn to heal. So it's putting more oxygen into the body. I know in Brisbane, in the hospital there, they have a hyperbaric chamber room, and people from all over the state go there, especially diabetics with ulcers that aren't healing, so slow wound healing. They also found that to be very effective to help conquer cancer. And remember, the cancer cannot live in the presence of oxygen, so that's why it works there. Yeah?
Which kind of authorization you need from the state or to start the retreat? Do you need anything?
What type of authorization? Not really. Not really, because you're just teaching people how to give their body the right conditions for healing. So you're almost like a glorified hotel.